I got my first TikTok comment earlier today, and it made me rethink of the things that I did to help me get things done. So yeah, let's talk about that. So it's my fourth day of the 90-day posting challenge from Steve Bartlett. Again, I'm gonna post it somewhere left or right for the link. So one guy commented on my TikTok post saying one of their struggles is with consistency. I guess most of us have that struggle. So I wanted to create a video about the steps or the things that I did that actually helped me because well, you can see a lot of videos on YouTube or you can see a lot of like hacks that help you become more productive or become more consistent. But these are the ones that actually helped out. So a few of the techniques that you probably have seen, time blocking, the Pomodoro, the 2-minute rule, prioritization, batching your tasks, like putting your task of the same types, like admin tasks and then creative tasks, and then eat that frog wherein you do the most difficult task of the day, which is like the opposite of the 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule is like if you have a task that will only take 2 minutes, do those first to create momentum. Well, eating the frog or eat that frog is basically the most difficult task of the day. You do that first, giving a feeling of that you have completed something big, and it helps you do the smaller tasks. Making your bed, there is a concept wherein for you to start your day, you have to make your bed. You have to clean up your room, a quick clean up, make sure your bed is fixed. This helps you get an early feeling of completing something, and then it helps you with the day. Then review and reflect, wherein you sit down at the end of the day and check what you have done and what you have missed and how to improve the next day. Phone or app blockers, where you let go of your phone or you put an app on your phone wherein you cannot do social media or anything that causes procrastination. And then deeper purpose, of course, finding a deeper purpose that would push you to be more productive. I wouldn't say none of this or all of this works. It actually depends on your mood. So, say for example, Pomodoro works for me some of the time, depending on my mood, depending on the task. The 2-minute rule or eat the frog also heavily depends on what I need to do. There are days where I want to take on a task I know would be difficult, but I want to take on that task first and then do the smaller ones the rest of the day. But there are also days where I would want to do smaller tasks just to build momentum and then take on the bigger tasks of the day. So it actually depends. I would give these 5 steps that you can follow that doesn't necessarily need you to follow a specific hack or a specific technique. It it just removes or makes the day easier to do and removes the unnecessary friction for you to do your task. One that you need to do is track and study your day. So a lot of us say we don't have time to do this or there's not enough time of the day. I also thought the same before because at the start of my freelancing career, I was working around roughly around 15 to 18 hours per day. And I thought I was really, really busy. I didn't have time for a lot of things. What I did is track my day, literally track my task or what I'm doing the rest of the day for, I think it was a span of 2 weeks for me to understand how my day works. Like at 5 a.m., I wake up 5 to 5:15, brush my teeth, do a quick walk with the dogs, 5:15 to 5:30 this, 5:30 to this first task, or 8 a.m. to this first task. Basically, I have a log of my full day from the moment I wake up to the moment I get to bed. And surprisingly, I found out that there are a lot of times wherein I am on social media. So I actually track those as well. So let's say, for example, after I eat, I go to my phone. So I log it 12 noon to 12:30, lunch 12:30 to whatever time, Facebook or social media or YouTube. During that time, it turns out I was spending around 3 to 4 hours a day on social media. So that's one thing that you really have to do is to track your day for you to get an understanding of how you are using your time real estate. That's very important because if you are not aware, it will not help you act on it. So because sometimes you would think, oh, I'm spending time on social media. Yes, you know you are spending time on social media, but you don't actually know the numbers of how much time you're spending on social media. For me, when I saw it was 3 to 4 hours and I'm working 18 hours a day, that would be, where's my calculator? let's just say three, but 18. So that's 16% of my day being allotted to social media. So I was able to optimize my day once I had an understanding of how my day goes. So track your day, understand how you spend the hours of the day, and then you'll be able to plan ahead. And then step two would be plan ahead. So this is basically creating a list of what you plan to do the next day. For this, you can start with doing the night before. Once you get the hang of it, you can do it in the morning. But I would recommend actually doing this. Well, for me, it works if I do it at the start of my day, because the night before I already have an idea of what to do tomorrow. And then when I wake up, depends on my mood or depends on how I feel on going on about with my work the rest of the day. I'm gonna list down my uh, tasks. It depends on you if you want to do batching, if you want to do prioritization. But for me, it's just a matter of creating a list of the items that I want to complete for the day. I don't necessarily have to do it chronologically on how I've written them, as long as I check them off. Make a list. A list is very important. As I mentioned in my last video, it's very important to make a list of what you want to do. And then the third step would be to reduce friction, or this means preparing early. So if you want to have a very productive day tomorrow on your computer, make sure before you sleep, prepare everything on your workspace. Your notebook is there, your pen is there, anything that's related to your work is there. It's easy to access them, and make sure your desk is organized. Unless for some reason it's better for you sometimes to work when your desk is messy, like an organized chaos for you. That's fine. As long as you prepare your workspace for your work. Or say, for example, you are trying to create a habit or a routine of jogging in the morning, prepare everything at night. The shoes, the socks, the shirt, the shorts, everything. Lay it down, or in the moment you wake up, you just wear it and run. Because the more you create friction, or should I say, the more you don't minimize frictions, it's gonna be more difficult to follow through. Because if it's already prepared, the moment I wake up, I don't have to think about it. I'm just gonna get up, wear the clothes, get out, and run. Else, when I wake up, I'm gonna think, where's my shirt? Where's my shoes? Where's my socks? Blah, 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 blah. And this actually creates a chance for your mind to tell you you don't have to jog today. Your mind will always choose comfort. Your mind will always tell you not to do what it knows would be difficult. But anyway, everything is just difficult at the start. It gets easier and easier. So make sure you reduce friction on the things that you want to do. It helps you to act on them easier. And then number four, before you end your day, you check off the list, or during the day. Every time you finish something, you check it off. This really gives you a good feeling of what you have completed today. And also, you get to understand what you have missed and plan accordingly the next day. And then it's just rinse and repeat. You just repeat that process, repeat that process. I've done this a lot of times. I'm actually like, I will be successful this week. Next week, not so much. Maybe the next week, yes, successful again. The next week, totally fail. And then the next week, we'll try again. So I kind of know the ups and downs of this. So you need to understand that sometimes you will have like your first day will be like perfect. You have finished everything. You have that drive, you have that motivation. The next 2 or 3 days, you just finish maybe 50%, 60%, but that's okay. That's perfectly fine. What you just need to do is to try and repeat the process as much as you can, because what you want is a net positive output. If you have 10 items every day, you finish four, six, seven, two, one. Even if you finish one, that's still a better day than not doing anything. And if you look at that in terms of weeks, months, years, that compounds into a lot of action items completed compared to a day where you haven't done anything. So, yeah, track and study, plan ahead, reduce friction, check off the list, rinse and repeat. So, yeah, I just wanted to thank Mr. Masuku for that comment. It gave me something to share tonight. So, this is my fourth day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.